This week, we're going to be talking about a slave. Now, the word in my Bible translation is servant. He was a slave. And it is really, really important when we talk about these kind of things, we don't get mixed up. See, when you hear the word slave and you live where I do in the United States of America, you probably think of the American South before the Civil War. And you think about all those atrocities and evils that were done. And yeah, those things were wrong, 100%. But that's not always what slavery looked like or looks like. Slavery in ancient Rome was something very different. There were levels of slaves, for instance, but if you were a household slave, you were actually a member of the household. You were valued. And in fact, if you were a household slave, your master would take care of you very closely. And often enough, household slaves, we might think more of as like indentured servants, where after a certain number of years, you would be set free. And often enough, those slaves would actually stay in the household because they were members of the family. In fact, often enough, freed slaves would be given the names of the family. They were adopted into that family and given all the rights. And so we're going to hear about that kind of slave that was basically a member of the family, someone highly valued. And again, this is really hard because we get so stuck in our own culture and what we know, we want to take this apart a little bit. This slave was actually valued and loved by his master. And so we're going to see that play out. This wasn't like the American South. It was something very different.